Hello and welcome everyone to today's webinar. My name is Dana Chambers and I'm a part of your listings finding support staff. I wanted to welcome you today. We're going to have just a very informal webinar. You're going to see me jumping around a lot here on the screen. But really what's most important is I want to show you some things on the Ultimate Converter. Now the Ultimate Converter is one of your tools in your listings finding system that is going to pre-sell all of your prospects on doing business with you. Now, this Ultimate Converter is absolutely one of the most phenomenal systems I've ever seen to pre-sell you, and it used to just let me get every signature. I never walked in the door and didn't get the listing contract signed when the converter had already been viewed by the seller that I was going to see. So what I'm going to share with you today, I'm going to let you listen to some interviews that Todd did with a couple of our Platinum members, Bill Watson and Pat Garrity. We're going to listen to Todd interview both of them about how they're using the Ultimate Converter to absolutely just dominate their marketplace and really just get more prospects than they can handle. So it's really a phenomenal system. And while Todd is talking to them, I'm going to show you some screenshots of the converter and what they're talking about. So you'll see me kind of bouncing around a little bit on the screen here, but just bear with me, and because we think this is such valuable information, I want to jump around and show you what's going on. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get started and enjoy the interviews with Todd, and then I'll be back with you shortly.
I've got Bill Watson from Englewood, Colorado on the phone. Bill, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, Bill, thanks for jumping on the call today and talking to us about the Ultimate Converter.
Absolutely.
Now, we've been using this system for an awful long time, and not that many people know about it because it's really been a secret. But just until recently, Craig Proctor allowed me to work with HBN and build out an entire version, for folks in the other coaching programs that they could use as well in their business. But tell me a little bit about how you use this thing. I mean, what does it do for you? How do you use it? And what are the big benefits?
Okay. Well, the way that we've been using it, Todd, is, as we're prospecting specifically for, obviously, our listing prospects, once I have the appointment set or once I get somebody to a certain level of interest, I'm sending this out to them. The reason that we're doing it.
All right, well, hang on. Let me stop you. How do you send it out to them?
Via email.
Okay, so you basically just email them a letter of some kind, and when they get it, they just click on the link, and the converter just does its job. Is that right?
That is correct. And
All
the other thing that we do is up front we let them know that it's coming from sellerhouse.net. So we want to make sure that they check their spam filter just in case they don't get it, because sometimes you don't know about email.
All right, well, hang on. Let me just make sure, because since we've been doing it for a long time, we understand, how it works and what it's doing. But so you're using it as a pre-selling system,
Correct.
Right? Okay, so you generate the lead, and then while you're talking to the lead, you let them know that you're going to be sending them a a home seller kit.
Correct.
And they get the email. And when they get it, they're not surprised. They open it up, or they click on the link, and when they do, voila, your pre-selling system goes to work for you. So you start, really the name says it all, it says converter. Now look, I got a couple questions for you. How are you, how do you know what to send them as far as the email? Bill, you there? Oh, I think we might have lost him. Well, Bill, if we lost you there, it sounded like you might have been on a bad connection or something like that. So if you can hear us, we can't hear you. So that's a real bummer. But you know what?
Not?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm here. Something went goofy with my phone. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Look, because this is a live call, so everybody knows that, and it's very interesting. We want to continue with the conversation. But how do you know what email? I mean, how does the email get sent? I mean, you have to physically type an email, put a link in it. I mean, how does this work?
Okay. No. So what happens is working through HBN, we have sellerhouse.net, which is my own kind of database management for, what is our ultimate converter. So I go in, I just type in the names, I give some information along with email, I click it, and bam, it's done.
Okay, so sellahouse.net, which is the parent company of the converter here. You just go to sellahouse.net, you add your prospect's contact info to it, and then you select which email is going to go out based on their circumstance, and that's all you do. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay, and that's pretty powerful. Now, what happens after that point, and what are the big benefits for you?
Okay, well, what happens after that point is one thing I do before the appointment is I do call them. I want to make sure that they did get it, because this ultimate converter, I let people know that this is going to be the precursor to meeting me, and it's going to tell them everything that they need to know about our approach. We have our performance guarantees. Our unique selling proposition is all over it, and we have testimonial letters inside of it. So they're going to learn a lot about me before I even get to the appointment. And that is really key, because the listing agents I'm competing with against, Todd, they don't have this. And so when they get there, they got to start talking about themselves. When I get there, the people feel like they already know me.
I got you.
And what we're going to do. I just listed a house yesterday for $474,900, where they were going to interview 2 other agents, including myself. Once I got them the ultimate converter, they called me and they said, you know what, we really think that you're probably the only guy we need to talk to. And it's literally, I've had that happen more than once, where it diffuses the competitive interview process once they get that. And I walked right in. We went through some of the questions they had from the ultimate converter. We did our PowerPoint presentation on what we do for marketing, and I listed it. It was just literally that easy. And that's the power of the ultimate converter, is the fact that when I get there, the bar that's been raised for me, the level that I've attained to, is much higher than the other agents I would be competing against.
All right, so when you walk in the door, do you find that you're spending less time with these home seller prospects?
Oh, I am. There's no question about it, because they know so much about me before I get there that I don't have to go through a lot of the upfront stuff. In talking about maybe what our performance guarantees are. They already read some of the testimonials, and they're very impressed. They can hit our PDA, they can get contacted to me, they can go to our website, they can do whatever they need to do right from the ultimate converter, so that when I get there, there's not a whole lot of explaining of who I am and why I've done this for so long. And that takes, I would say, at least 20 minutes out of my presentation.
All right, so you're able to spend less time there. And what about money, commissions? I mean, that's what we all want to know about. I mean, because I'm interested in making more money, and we have a lot of value, and that's the real key to making more money, is providing extra value to the seller. So do you feel like that that a system like this, pre-selling is one thing, but I mean, come on, we do want to provide extra value. Are you really able to articulate that message? Does it help you do that?
Well, Todd, the old saying, in the absence of value, cash is always the question. And this raises so much value that we're getting our listing fee on every single listing appointment, without dispute. Without dispute.
That's awesome. All right, so what about your other agents on your team there? Are they able to jump in here and benefit from this system as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is kind of a team, the way that we have it set up, the Watson team. And so before they go on in the appointment, they send it out, and they get on there, and they log in just like I do, and send it out for their listing appointment as well. Now, one thing, Todd, that we're going to do that we're really excited about is we think it's a lead generator.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've just moved from RE/MAX Classic to RE/MAX Professionals. We just had a little merger take place here. But I've got 8,500 people in my database, and every day we're going to start sending out about 15 to 20 of these.
All right, well, hang on, let me stop you right there. That sounds expensive, sending out 15 or 20 of these things. What does it cost?
It's free. What am I paying?
All right, so in other words, you don't have to pay. You can send out as many as you want to, and it doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah, I understand. I can send out 1 million, and it's the same monthly fee.
All right, that's amazing. So the return on the investment then is staggering.
This is the best thing since the napkin.
There you go. I've actually written some contracts on some napkins, so
yes, sir.
I've made good use of those over the years. Well, you know what? That's pretty awesome, Bill, and that's a great story. And thanks for sharing. And good luck, as you continue to use this thing as well. So
yeah,
thanks.
And we keep modifying it, Todd. It keeps getting better. And,
all right. So what you're saying is, so in other words, you can optimize or customize it based on things that are working or not working in your business today.
Yeah, and in our company, if you're going on a listing appointment, you don't go on that listing appointment without the ultimate converter going out first.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, that is the precursor to my success with a listing appointment.
So there you go. Everybody should have some sort of pre-selling system, but obviously this is called the ultimate converter for a very specific reason. All right, thank you, Bill.
All right.
All right, let's go to Pat Garrity. Now, Pat, hey, it works in Metro Atlanta, Georgia. It works in Colorado, Inglewood, Colorado, but does it work in other markets like Alberta, Canada?
Absolutely, Todd. I mean, we're only about 2 or 3 months into the full utilization of the system. And I really can't add a whole lot more from what Bill brought to the table, but he's right and very accurate in all fronts. Like, it's too good to be true. You know that saying? Mm-hmm. This is almost one of those systems that you feel that it's really made us the point to where we're so efficient. Just in terms of our time, Todd. Like it's taken our average meeting from an hour and about an hour and 50 minutes into under an hour. That's just been an amazing transition for us.
Wow, that's amazing because money's time. Let's suppose you don't change the outcome or as far as the income goes, right? But
right.
If you just shorten your time frame, then you're actually making more money per hour, so your net profit goes up.
Well, and at the end of the day, I think all our outside agents and even myself, when I go out and I meet with a client, you're a little more enthusiastic because being somewhat of a 2-hour program or a 2-hour appointment is pretty tough to handle, but it's necessary. And
so you're shortening your time up,
yes.
And you're able to obviously, I guess, increase the likelihood that you're actually getting the listing.
Oh, there's no question about it. I mean, we're up over 90% conversion with this, and I know that we can get. I know it sounds crazy, but I know that we can get mid to high 90s with it.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing. Now, what about the income, though? I mean, are you seeing a difference in your commissions? Are you having to fight sellers? What about fighting sellers on pricing?
No, the one thing is we can get to the credibility that this lends us before we walk in the door has just been huge. And I always felt the price is it's not really a price issue; it's a credibility issue. With the client, and they're looking at us and just saying, and we're getting comments. Well, this is your job. This is what you do. You tell us where we need to list, and we'll list it there.
All right. So in other words,
that's a bit of a summation, Todd, but that's really what we're finding is we are getting way less. We're getting way less fight back on all fronts. Okay, so the ultimate converter is allowing you to basically upgrade your entire presentation, because before you get there, they're pre-sold on you. You're spending less time in the house. They're not fighting you as much on commissions anymore. They're relying on your advice more because they see you as more of a professional. And I can see that just from our demonstration of the converter system. I can see where there's so much information there that once they get in and start looking at it, it's kind of hard for them to leave. And the interesting thing is that it has shelf life, right? It's always there for them to see. Now, what about the personalization side of this? Because one thing that we were looking at a minute ago, Pat, is we were seeing that you could actually customize or personalize these things. So when every seller gets one, it actually has their name on it, like you built it out for them. That's right. We used it. What do they call it, Todd? The vanity.
Yep, vanity URL.
Vanity URL, and what we find from a time standpoint, that's huge. Let's say you have 10 or 12 leads a day that roll in on the seller side. We have a system that quickly, but I don't know how my administrator did it. I'll have to find out. But she sends out these emails where it'll say todd-walters.trillionsaleshomes.com, and it creates the exact same website for them with their name and their welcome letter without having to go in and actually putting it into the particular program.
So it's all done. It's all done for you, built down on the back end. All you have to do is add the prospect to the system, and then voila, it does all the work.
It does everything.
Yeah, that's what now that's a system.
Well, if you want to talk about replicatable, this is it. I mean, it's every one of my outside agents can now, they have access to this, and they are extremely happy.
Yeah, you know what, I found that too. Once you start using it as a pre-selling machine, tool, or system, it's almost like you get addicted to it because you can see the results from appointment to appointment, using it and not using it.
And you want to talk about agent retention? This is one tool alone. This is one tool alone that I know that they're not going to be able to live without. So if we do our job and uphold our end of the relationship, I know that this is going to do the rest.
Yeah, that's great. Well, listen, Pat, I want to thank you for sharing on behalf of HBN Interactive, Craig Proctor, and everything else that you do there within the programs, and a big proponent. We just want to thank you for all your effort, time, and sharing and giving that you do. It means a lot. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Todd.
Yeah, thanks.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, well, I hope everyone enjoyed listening to Todd talk to two of our Platinum members that are in the Craig Proctor Platinum Coaching Program with Todd about how they're using the Ultimate Converter to really just kind of boost up their business, pre-sell these prospects on them before they ever walk through the door. Now, let me just review a couple things with you. As you get prospects, what you're going to do is send these people your link to your converter. So once you have your converter implemented up and working, you're going to be on the phone with these sellers, and you're going to let them know that you're sending over some information about themselves that's a kind of a prelude to your meeting. It's going to help them quite a bit understand, and you can go ahead and tell them that it's going to help make your appointment, just a lot easier for them. So after you're talking to a prospect, make sure that you're emailing that over, because this is your pre-selling system to your meeting, so that you absolutely walk away with that signed listing agreement. Now, just a couple points here is that on the converter, you've got 10 points of customization. You've got a theme for your site. You can put your logo. You can brand it to your company. There's a welcome letter done for you, a video. You can add your own testimonials. If you don't feel that you have testimonials, talk to us. We can help you with that, because everyone who's ever sold a house has testimonials. You may just not realize how to write those up, and we're glad to help you with that. You upload your picture and your contact information for you personally on how they reach you. These are things that you'll see on the screen. You're going to add up to 6 of the documents. These are all done for you, okay? The home seller kit's done for you. This right here is where you upload your picture. You can see a small little picture of Todd right there. You're going to upload your own picture and your own logo so that it's your company. So if you look right here, there's where you're going to upload your picture, and then this is your logo. Now, this right here is where you upload testimonials, and those you just type right in. You can put videos on there, or it can be text, either one. You also want to work with us. We upload your map. So these little dots are every house that you've ever sold. Don't worry if you haven't sold that many houses. We pull it by your company. We help you make it look the way it needs to look for your prospects to want to do business with you. So we can pull statistics from the entire company. We can pull your own, whatever you need, but we'll help you upload that map of your own area. The video right here is where we help you upload your, either do your own or we have them pre-done for you. Again, this is a ready-to-go, in-the-box type of tool. So anything that you don't have, we already have done the work for you. We'll show you how you do voiceovers to get your radio interview on there, and then, of course, again, the testimonials right here. And then you'll have an administrator tab getting you into the sellahouse.net, and this is where you will learn how to do your emails. And you'll tell your prospect that it's coming from sellahouse.net. So with that, I hope this webinar helps a little bit to just show you the importance of getting the Ultimate Converter up and running, how wonderful, wonderful this tool is. This is absolutely one of the most phenomenal things I've ever seen. And I can tell you just from personal experience, anytime I walked in the door and I had sent the Ultimate Converter to the seller before I got there, it just made my life a whole lot easier, helped put them at ease, and gave them such value and such confidence in me that it was very easy to get those contracts signed. And that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to really just make your life easier and put more money in your pocket. So with that, we're going to wrap up our webinar for today. If you don't have your Ultimate Converter up and running, let's get that implemented. You can email us. We're happy to help you get that started. And if you have any questions, please email either myself or Jamie. And her email is Jamie, Jamie, @housebuyernetwork.com. And mine is Dana, D-A-N-A, @housebuyernetwork.com. So with that, everybody, I hope you have a great day. Get these tools up and running. They will absolutely put money in your pocket. And call us if you need help. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.